week 27. Yeah, week 27 of the DVDFiends. I'm happy to say that Cafe Job Films is going to continue on doing this, doing the DVDFiends and doing his own channel, which is awesome. I'm really happy after last night of finding out, and I got really shocked about it. But it's very cool. So we don't need to fill that spot now, which is definitely a good thing, because I didn't really want to have to end up doing that. But Right 1988 will be gone for about 4 to 5 weeks, I think, and we'll have our person for Thursday spot here very soon. I think the voting is going to go until starting tomorrow, all the way until Saturday. And don't forget, if you want to vote, you have to take and send me a message. And only one vote per person. And yeah. Anyways, the movie I'm reviewing today is Twilight Zone the movie. This just go a little bit more along the lines of kind of like horror, sci-fi type. I just recently watched this, and I just had to review this. It basically has 4 different stories. The first story starts out with this guy who's extremely racist, and he's like goes to this bar, and he's just, you know, he's all pissed off because he says like a Jewish guy stole this like promotion that he wanted. And he's like, oh, but they're like, oh well, he's been there longer, and he, you know, he's like, well, I work harder, I don't care if he's been there longer, and all this kind of stuff. And he starts saying, you know, like the N-word and all that kind of stuff. And there's black guys that are sitting next to him, and they're kind of they're like, you know, I don't care what you if you believe that, I just don't want to hear that stuff. And then he ends up leaving out of there, and he finds himself in, it's completely like, it's like Nazi Germany when they're running up the Jews and everything like that for concentration camps, and they're trying to go after him, and he's all freaking out and everything. And then and then next you know, he ends up pretty much he ends up escaping, but he ends up in I think it's Vietnam, and then he ends up in what's the other place, in the South, when especially when during the times when black people used to be hung like constantly by the KKK. And it has a great story. It has a great like moral to the story in ways. It's basically talking about, you know, about racism and how ignorant it is and everything, and how would you like it if this had been done to you because you were of a different religion or of a different color of skin. I really like that one. The next one was it was about the older, I think, wait, I'm trying to remember which one came next after that one. I can't remember if it's the older guy who goes to like the retirement home, and he tries to get the people like actually do stuff and act like they're younger, not act like old, not necessarily like old people, but you know, just sit around and all they do is just the same thing every day. And he's like, well, you know, pretty much just trying to get them, why don't you guys go outside, why don't you guys play and all that kind of stuff. And he brings his can with him, and he goes out, gets them to go play kick the can, and they all end up turning into kids and everything. It's pretty cool. I remember that most of all because I think later on Spielberg went off and he either produced or directed this one show, which I can't think of the name of right now, which I really want on DVD. If anyone knows the name, please put it in the comment section. But then the next one, I can't remember exactly the order again, is about this like teacher, this like woman, I can't remember what she is. She's traveling and everything, and she ends up stopping at this diner. I can't remember if it's a diner or a gas station, but she ends up meeting up with this kid. I think she hits his bike or something like that. She ends up taking him home, and a lot of crazy stuff starts happening because pretty much this kid has powers, and if he's not happy, he'll do something to you. You know, there's like this really cool rabbit scene in there that I like. Yeah, that one was alright. Of the 4, that was my least favorite, honestly, growing up. The last one is my absolute favorite one. This is a lot of people's favorites. It's what's his name? Let's see if they say his name in here. Oh, he's one of my favorite. He's one of my more favorite actors. John Lithgow. Where John Lithgow plays this passenger that's on his plane, and he sees something on the wing, and he's just freaking out, and no one believes him, you know. And then like he has a couple times freaking out, and next you know it, he finally just grabs this like one cop's gun. Well, he's pretty much like a air official, I think it is called, and he takes the gun and blasts the window, and it starts sucking things out, and it almost sucks him up. The one guy grabs him, like the air official guy, and the monster thing just comes up to him and just goes like this, grabs his face, and it just, and then pulls his hand away and I think or he may have went like this first, and it just gross the shit out that's all over his face. But that one always was probably the scariest to me, because it was just crazy what happened in that one. But also, despite that part, the other part I really enjoyed was the beginning, how it opens up with Dan Aykroyd and I don't know the other guy's name, but they're driving down the road, and the one guy's messing around, like turning off the lights and everything on the car, and Dan Aykroyd's like, "You want to see something really scary?" "Yeah, sure." And he's like, and then they pull just out of the road. He's like turns his head, and he pulls back, and he has this like scary, like this crazy, like he pretty much turned into like a monster, and then they cut to the rest of the movie. Then they cut to the beginning of the movie. I'm a huge fan of the TV show, absolutely huge fan, and I was waiting for this to come to DVD for the longest time, and unfortunately it has no extras except for a theatrical trailer, which is sad. I think this is also the movie that it's notorious for one scene. I think it's this one where the one guy, like the racist guy and everything, there's one scene where about the helicopter end up actually cutting off his head in real life, which is crazy as hell. But if you get a chance to pick this up, if you have not seen this, you're definitely missing out. If you like Twilight Zone, you'll love the movie. And of course it's going to be a little bit different, but it does still have that Twilight Zone feel, you know. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'll try to put the trailer at the end of this, and yeah, you guys take it easy. And I think we actually have for tomorrow, since Friday 1988 is not going to be here, we have Wet Movie 1 filling in for a spot, and on Thursday we have Resident Mania going to be filling in for that spot until we can fill it, which it will be filled by next week. Alright, you guys take it easy, and continue to come back all week, you guys. Alright, bye.
On June 24th, 4 acclaimed directors, George Miller, John Landis, Joe Dante, and Steven Spielberg, take you to another dimension.